Hey guys, Tyler here, and today we're going to be looking at this, bear with me now, Gigabyte B760M Gaming x86 DDR4 LGA 1700 Micro ATX motherboard. So today we're just going to be showing off a little unboxing and a little snippet of the build that I threw this PC into, which definitely is not a conventional or traditional PC case, so you're not going to be able to see much of it, but you'll see what I'm talking about in a second here. And just for a couple little facts, that this motherboard has DDR4 memory slots and features two M.2 slots for high-speed storage options. As well as the motherboard also supports PCIe 4, so you get the fastest data transfer speeds and any kind of improved performance related to it. But as for the first part of the unboxing, you can see that we have our main motherboard. It is mainly black with lots of silver accents throughout the main board of it itself, as well as the heat sink on the left. So, and obviously that comes in its anti-static bag. We also have our little Wi-Fi dongles here, so if you want Wi-Fi, you can just plug those into the back of the rear part of the motherboard next to all those ports. So between all these ports right there, those little gold dongles, that's exactly where you'd plug them in. And then it's magnetic, so you can hook it onto your PC case or anything else that's magnetic. As for cables, we have two SATA cables, so to go into hard drives or SSDs. And then we also have that little micro M.2 screw, and then as well as our manual, which for a manual, this is very small. I was actually thinking that this was all that it was, this is exactly everything that it came with. I had to look up the actual manual online where it showed me the full manual, so I don't know why they include a, I guess, very simplified version of the manual, but I guess what can you do? It's only a manual. You can just look it up on like a laptop. But if you don't have a laptop, and for example, if you're only building with this motherboard, or you're building like your new computer or whatever, this definitely is not the most practical option, just because that's all you get. And I don't know about you, but I would hate to look up a motherboard manual on my phone. So that's really the only complaint I have, but everything else I have been much happy with. There's not much included, which there doesn't need to be. Now for the actual build itself, you can see what I meant when I said not conventional or traditional. For the motherboard itself, this is really, you can't see much of the motherboard, just because that beefy graphics card and a beefy knock to a CPU cooler. But there's the back of the motherboard. Obviously, it doesn't really get in the way of this case. I mean, the case isn't really the focus here, it's the motherboard, and it sucks, but it's just how it is with this case, that the fact that you just can't see any or almost any of the motherboard. And as for the I/O shield towards the back, we have 8 USB ports, 3 of which are 3.2 USBs, 1 HDMI, 1 DisplayPort, 2 Wi-Fi dongles, 1 Ethernet, and 3 audio jacks, or 3 audio ports. And of those 3, there is 1 line in, 1 line out, as well as a microphone. And you can't really see it, but there is 4 DDR4 memory slots. So if you want to be running dual channel or fill up all 4 slots yourself, you can do either or. And lastly, there is a QFlash Plus feature, which allows for easy and hassle-free BIOS updates.